Today we're learning how to squat. I'm going to go over all the things us coaches look for in your squat so we make sure you're doing everything safely, effectively, and correctly. So starting off with the three things we look for, one is going to be at your back. We want to make sure we're not arching at the back or overextending. We want to make sure our spine is perfectly straight as shown here. Second, we want to make sure we're getting low enough. So if your depth looks like this, where your hips stay higher than the knees, that's not low enough. Let's get our thighs parallel to the floor so our hip height is at the same height as our knees. One more time, thighs parallel to the floor. That's a good squat. Finally, let's go over our knee path. So we want to make sure our knees are not caving inward. Sometimes we'll see knees come in like this. We want to make sure that our knees are tracking directly over our toes. So it's going to force them to come slightly out. And as long as they're tracking over the toes, it doesn't matter if our stance is narrow or wide. As a bonus round, we're making sure the weight is pushing through our heels or the center of our foot, not our toes. We don't want you to be falling forward. We're going to make sure we are never doing that. Now that we have those pieces covered, we're going to go over the butt wink. So what you'll see is that if my hips fall forward at the bottom, I'm now rounding at the spine, which we do not want. We want to make sure our spine is perfectly neutral throughout the entire range of motion, even when we're pushing that depth. As we really start to improve and learn our squats, the coach will then start to make sure we're not bouncing at the bottom. So what that would look like is you'd come down quickly and bounce off your tendons. Instead, you want to have a slow, controlled pace throughout the entire movement. One more time, very slow and controlled. We are not bouncing off the bottom. The next common issue is the stand and hinge, where you can see the hips rise faster than the upper body. Instead, we want to be one solid unit, so the upper body is raising at the same pace or faster than the hips. For some, it'll help to have a heel elevation. What this is going to allow you to do is get into a lower depth with your squat. You want to make sure you're using a sturdy piece of equipment like a weight plate or a wedge. You don't want to be standing on anything squishy, but this is going to help you keep your chest up and get your thighs parallel to the floor. This video should help you figure out any issues with your squats. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments or reach out to your coach.